Show starts in 5 minutes.
Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves.
Here's a new taste treat. The corn dog. Plump, juicy wieners are dipped in a thick, golden Southern-style corn batter that seals in all their freshness and flavor. If you like hot dogs, you'll love corn dogs. Everybody does. Try a corn dog with your favorite beverage. At the refreshment corner now. Corn dogs.
It's 4 minutes till showtime.
Yum, yum. It's time for a tasty and refreshing snack. We promise to satisfy your hunger, your thirst, your sweet tooth. So visit our refreshment center now. Let's go!
It's 3 minutes till showtime.
Men, there's a drive-in movie full of juicy people. Wow! It's a trap! Help! It's Pick! We've had it, men.
A pleasant aroma for you, but not for mosquitoes. Pick is easy to use. Light it and forget it. Pick's aroma keeps mosquitoes, gnats, and sandflies away. Pick is the best protection for barbecues, fishing and camping trips, or just relaxing in the yard.
So if you don't want our company ever anywhere, just light Pick and see what I mean? Bye!
Pick is on sale at the refreshment stand now. Show starts in 2 minutes.
Today we're interviewing a stomach.
Hello there.
What is life like as a stomach?
Oh, boy, it was humdrum. I mean, until what's-his-name discovered Tony's Pizza.
Tony's Pizza?
Yeah, I was suffering from the pizza cravings until Tony's came along. Crispy crust and zesty sauces. Wow.
And so now... What's that?
Another pizza craving. Just thinking about Tony sets it off.
Oh, where are you going?
He's going to get a Tony's Pizza, and I follow him anywhere.
Does your stomach send you pizza craving signals? Oh, wow. Tony's, the pizza craver's pizza.
There are words men live by, words of strength, of wisdom, and of peace. We urge you to find the spiritual comfort and guidance we all so greatly need by attending your place of worship regularly.
Show starts in 1 minute.
Yum, yum. It's a meal in itself. Our all-meat super dog. Enjoy one now.
And now, on with the show.
Hello and welcome to the movie quiz. I am your host, Chris Mann Nelson, and in just a couple of minutes, you and I will be embarking together on a 50-point odyssey through film trivia, puzzles, and all kinds of fun. This is a completely interactive game, the movie quiz. If you want to play live on game night, which is Wednesday nights at 9, you can do that. If you're watching this later, you can't do that on your own time, but come back on a Wednesday night. Head to play.themoviequiz.com on Wednesday nights, and you can get involved. Sign up, pick a good team name, hit join the game, and you will be in the game. Tonight is the last game of the regular season for season 10. Our theme is New York and LA. And tonight's game will determine in the standings what 3 teams will be vying for season 10 gold in next week's championship finale. Next week's championship finale is also our 100th game. It's the 100th game of the movie quiz. So it's going to be a big blowout. It's going to be live. Tonight is taped. The next week's will be live. So next week is the finale. Top 3 teams from the regular season will play for the championship. Everybody else plays for the Golden McClunky. So for tonight, for your New York and LA game, you're going to be playing. We don't really do playing along with the guests anymore, but he's going to be hanging out, shooting the shit, talking about New York and LA. He's lived in both places. He's living large in both spots. Please welcome back to the show, friend of the show, Travis Helwig. Travis is here. He says LA rules, and he's got a Knicks hat. See, he's on both coasts.
I'm I come from a long lineage of great Knicks fans that live in Los Angeles. But there's lots of movie people who love the Knicks. Woody Allen, Harvey Weinstein.
Lots of the greats, the people that you want. That's the kind of company you want to be in. And that the Knicks, if anyone from the Knicks front office is watching, those are the people you should be putting up like big 30-foot banners outside MSG. So let's do this, gang. Let's hop into in-game mode for the last time in the regular season. Let's get this into in-game mode. We've got a good show. I think I got a good game for you tonight. Let's go over a couple of ground rules here for if you're playing on game night. No cheating. Don't cheat. Don't look stuff up. Don't use Google, IMDb, etc. Don't put answers in the chat, either on Twitch or YouTube. Just go to the website. Go to play.themoviequiz.com and get in the game. Spelling doesn't count unless noted. I don't think there are any cases of that tonight where there's a specific spelling. Last names are fine. You can change your answer before the timer runs out. Just retype it and hit submit again. And most importantly, hit submit. You got to hit submit even on a multiple choice question. Otherwise, your answer will not get to me. Make your selection, type your answer, hit submit, and send it my way. All right. So in the vein of Travis, in the vein of Travis showing off his Knicks fandom and how much he loves LA, our first round is all about New York and LA athletes in the movies. It's called Coach Athletes, New York and LA athletes in the movie. Most of these are people who played for a New York or LA team. Some are like people from the cities. All right, so here we go. Let's start with our first question of tonight's game. 2 years before famously cameoing in Airplane, which there you go, Airplane, Lakers legend Kareem Abdul-Jabbar battled what actor on screen in the movie Game of Death? What actor did Kareem fight on screen in Game of Death?
I met Kareem Abdul-Jabbar once, and I'm immediately name dropping, which is very LA of me.
Hey, man.
But it was in a Funny or Die. We had to like pitch him ideas, and I pitched. He's a yoga instructor, so I was like, "Well, let's just do it we'll make like a fun yoga video." And his handler was like, "Yes, but it has to be a funny yoga video." It's like, "Yeah, I know."
Yeah, it's Funny or Die. You just have Kareem come in to just
do a real yoga.
Great yoga. Like, all right. So your answer here It's Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee is and I have some visual aids for this. I love Kareem's look in this movie. He's like twice as tall as Bruce Lee, and he's in these little underpants.
Yeah.
That just leave very little to the imagination.
I would love to look like that.
That would be awesome. Just all lank, so lanky, but there's definite tone there.
Yeah.
All right. Question number 2. Adam Sandler's movies, that should have an S after that apostrophe. Adam Sandler's movies almost always feature athlete cameos. All of the following cameos from New York City athletes or natives, it might be somebody from New York City. All these, there's no tricks here. Everyone's either a New York player or they're from New York. All of these are real except for which is the odd one out. Derek Jeter in Anger Management, Lawrence Taylor in The Waterboy, John McEnroe in Mr. Deeds, or Alex Rodriguez in Little Nicky. Which one of those is the fake?
I feel like, I know I'm not actually answering, but I feel like I know what it is, but it seems counterintuitive, but I guess that's what they do in trivia.
Yeah, that's what we're here to trick you and trip you up. Well, time's about to expire. So what is the one that you were thinking of, Travis?
I was thinking that the wrong one is LT in Waterboy.
No, LT is in The Waterboy. A-Rod has actually never been in a movie. I found out, he's never done a cameo. I couldn't believe it looking this up, because I had to just verify. The writing these fake ones is often the hardest part of writing, because it's just I got to make something up out of thin air. So I was just Alex Rodriguez had to have been in something. Let me make sure he has not been in a Sandler movie, and he's been in nothing. I was totally surprised. Yeah, LT I think was actually in a couple of Sandler movies.
Well, fuck it,
little buddies there. All right, question number 3. Which of these NBA legends not only won a championship with the Lakers, but also won an Oscar for producing the animated short Dear Basketball? Your options are Shaq, Kobe, LeBron, or Magic.
It's cool that if you play for the Lakers, everyone knows your first name.
I know you're
That's
not
true of other teams.
You're just. It's true. I got halfway through reading that, and I was I'm gonna be able to run the board here.
And if you said O'Neal, it would take me a second.
No,
Whereas
it would
Shaq,
throw you
I
up.
know.
Bryant.
Yeah, Bryant.
James. Who's James?
Who's Johnson?
Do you know this one, Travis?
It's Kobe. Kobe won.
It is Kobe. The late Kobe Bryant won an Oscar for Dear Basketball. And there he is. He's holding the Oscar.
They actually modeled the Oscar trophy after Kobe.
Yeah. All right. Question number 4. After his career with the LA Raiders, Howie Long tried his hand at being an action star, playing a nuke-stealing henchman in which of John Woo's American films? Was it Hard Target, Mission Impossible 2, Face Off, or Broken Arrow? Which one of these features Howie Long as a nuke-stealing henchman?
When I first read Howie Long on here, I imagined Howie from the Backstreet Boys. So that's how little I know about this question.
You'll know. I'm going to show a picture of Howie Long, and you're going to say, oh, yeah, that he's an analyst on Fox now, but he also shilled for Radio Shack for a long time. Of all the endorsements to get, I think it was him and Terry Garr. No, not Terry Garr. Terry Hatcher from Desperate Housewives.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I know it was Howie Long was the spokesman for Radio Shack. All right, the answer is Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow is the answer. It's the movie with Travolta there. You see Howie Long with his big stupid haircut.
Yeah, he does NFL commentary. I know.
Yes, exactly. You've seen this dude a million times for sure. All right, question number 5. He may be in the Hall of Fame as a Yankee, but what baseball legend is a Naked Gun and as an unwitting assassin playing for the Angels? He may be in the Hall as a Yankee, but what baseball legend is in the Naked Gun as an unwitting assassin for playing for the Angels? If you don't know this one, it might like the timing is like
That's what
the
I'm trying to think
timeline is a
about.
little surprising because I think he was already retired by the time he made this cameo.
Oh, okay. So then I have no idea. I don't really know baseball.
It's Reggie. It's
Whoa.
Reggie Jackson. Yeah, and there he is. He must kill the queen. And yeah, you could kind of tell that Reggie's getting a little long in the tooth in that in that picture.
Those old Angels hats are cool.
Yeah, it was I think they were the California Angels at this point. They've been like so many different I like
there was a brief time where they're the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
That was the absolute worst. That was so confusing. Like it made no sense. Yeah, they started as the Los Angeles Angels, and then they were the California Angels for a very long time. Then they were Anaheim because like Disney either bought the team or they were trying to get something out of Disney. And then they wanted to go back to being LA, but Anaheim had some kind of say in it. So they were like,
so funny.
You're going to be you got to put Anaheim in there somewhere, man. Even if it's totally fucking stupid and makes no sense. All right. Question number 6. Before breaking the MLB's color barrier and starring in his own biopic, which he did, Jackie Robinson lettered in 4 sports at UCLA. There's a rare true or false question. I don't normally do these. True or false, Jackie Robinson still played for the Dodgers when they moved from Brooklyn to LA in 1958. You might think this is a straight up sports question, basically, but Jackie Robinson was in his own biopic. He did do some movies. Jackie
But he starred in his own. He starred in Jackie.
He was in the Jackie Robinson story, like while he was still playing. I think
wasn't there just a Jackie Robinson movie?
There was. Well, I mean, there was the one with Chadwick Boseman.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah,
and it was like 2015. It was like in the last 10 years. Yeah,
I'm gonna
42.
say this is true.
This is, believe it or not, false.
Fuck.
He retired I actually found out something I did not know in researching this, which was that the Dodgers actually traded him to the Giants but he never played a day for the Giants. They traded him in the offseason right as both teams were about to move to California. And he said, no, I'm just going to, oh no, he was given it's even weirder. He was like given an executive job for like Life magazine or something. And so he's just like, no, I'm retired. I'm out of here. So
yeah, magazines will never die.
So the answer is false. Jackie Robinson never played. He never played for the LA Dodgers. Question number 7. Which Super Bowl winning New York quarterback had a brief acting career starring in films like Avalanche Express, CC and Company, and The Last Rebel? The type of titles there might give you a hint as to the era, which might give you a hint as to the person.
These seem like fake movies that are like on posters.
They really do. They feel like something out of Tropic Thunder or something. And they look like, and oh, Trev, believe it, they are even worse than you would imagine. Like they are really bad. So these are early 70s kind of schlocky. I wouldn't say they were grindhouse movies, but does that give you any
Joe Namath?
Broadway Joe Namath. Yes, you are right. Absolutely right. It's Joe Namath. Here's an image with him next to Lee Marvin. He looks real natural, real comfortable.
Yeah, very normal looking.
And your final question of this round: spending parts of his legendary career with both the Kings and the Rangers, Wayne Gretzky also dabbled in acting, appearing as himself in this 1994 Disney live-action sequel.
I want to answer, but I have to wait 15 seconds.
You got to wait 15 seconds. Yeah, only 10 now. Yeah, Gretzky played on both coasts. Finished up in New York.
There's a statue of him outside of Crypto.com Arena.
Oh, Crypto.com arena. Yeah, he played in LA for a while, I think.
Yeah. I think he was at like the Oilers, came down to LA, and then went to New York when they had like Messier.
Yeah, he
and all
played
those
like
guys.
3 seasons in the late 90s and then retired. Do you have any guesses as to this film?
It has to be D2 the Mighty Ducks.
It is D2 the Mighty Ducks. It is D2 the Mighty Ducks. And there he is, acting his ass off, just looking real, again, just like Broadway Joe, looking real comfortable.
Yeah.
Looking really comfortable.
Wait, hold on. Right over his shoulder, one of the Bash Brothers is staring straight down the barrel, like looking directly at the camera.
Yeah. There he is. Oh, they were just so excited. Everyone was so excited to meet the great one that they couldn't help themselves. All right, so that is the end of round 1. Check your scores over there. Take a look at the leaderboard, and that's going to bring us to round 2. Round 2 is our picture round. This one is called Big City Blur. It's all movies that have either New York or Los Angeles in the title. So I've blurred out everything on the poster or the DVD case in a lot of these for a lot of these, and everything except for the words New York or Los Angeles or LA, and you have to tell me the name of the movie. It's going to be in 2 parts. Part 1 will be a New York movies, and part 2 will be LA movies. And I'm gonna have somebody special coming in with me for this. I got a special guest who I've been told has something to do with both New York and LA. But let's see who our producer behind the scenes has brought in. It's like Snake Plissken. I thought you were dead, man.
Yeah. Well, I'm not.
Oh my God,
Chris.
Snake, this is so exciting to have you here for this picture round. You've escaped from both New York and LA. That's what your connection is. Part 1 is New York, as you can see. You got to name the full name of the movie. 2 minutes on the clock right now. So Snake, how have you been? I love your shirt. It's kind of a new vibe for you. You're getting. Did you win that like at the pier, like at a carnival?
Yeah. I guess it is a new look for me, Chris. Thanks. I did win it at a carnival.
What?
I was there with my son.
I didn't know you had a son, Snake.
There's a lot you don't know about me, Chris.
Oh my God, Snake, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to offend. What's it like? Are you a single dad?
Yeah, I am. And you know what? I like being a single dad. I would rather have a partner. That would be nice.
That would be nice. I mean, it's got to be hard. You know, I have 2 kids, and it's hard with a partner where we're both involved. We got just about a minute left for part 1.
You know what, Chris? It would be nice to have a partner. Why don't you rub it in my fucking face?
I'm not trying to rub it in your face, Snake. I'm trying to sympathize with
you. But you know what? You know what a partner does? It makes you slow. It makes it harder for you when you have to escape.
I was gonna ask, do you escape places with your boy? What is your boy's name? Is he just Snake Jr. or?
He's named Cobra.
Cobra. That makes
my health
a lot
insurance.
Of sense. That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah. Me and Cobra, we escape all the time. Last summer we escaped the Jersey Shore.
That's where you got the shirt. I'm assuming.
Yeah. We got this at the boardwalk. What the fuck is that boardwalk called?
The boardwalk.
Fuck it. Atlantic City. That's when I was escaping Atlantic City.
Atlantic City.
But this summer, we're hoping to escape Paris.
Oh, that would.
I hear it's beautiful out there
in the summer. It's like you got to go to the Jardin de Tuileries. It's gorgeous.
Well, it's all been burned down. And I gotta save the president.
You do have to save the president always. So
Yeah,
Snake,
that's the criteria.
it's got to be hard on a young kid to be constantly escaping. All right, so here now, Snake, we are going to escape from LA with these LA movies. Name these 4 LA movies. This is part 2 of your picture round. 2 minutes on the timer starts now. Snake, what is your favorite place that you've ever escaped from?
I'd say favorite place I ever escaped. Have you been to the Badlands in South Dakota?
Yeah, I have not, but it does look like a gorgeous place to escape, like a very different kind of.
Well, it's not the Badlands. It's the place. So there's a tourist attraction right next to the Badlands called Wall Drug. And one time I was dropped in the middle of Wall Drug and I had to save the president from there. And
he was just stuck. He was just wandering
stuck
around.
in the gift shop. Stuck in the gift shop. Yeah.
They'll get you in the gift shop. It's kind of,
He was about to buy so many things, so many tchotchkes.
Just so many.
He was going to spend the national budget on tchotchkes if I didn't escape Wall Drug with him.
Now, when you do these shorter escapes, right? 1 minute left for the LA movies. By the way, gang, even when you do a short one like Wall Drug, or if you're on a vacation with your son, do you still get like an explosive charge injected in your neck as leverage?
For sure. Yeah. I definitely, I try to be cool with the oppressive government, but they still do it. They still do it every time. And I'll be honest with you, I would escape myself if they didn't do that.
That's true. You would just you got to keep you in line somehow. And at a certain point, you probably,
I'm a psycho.
You get used to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly these days they'll put a few of them in there just because what they don't show you in the films is it gives an incredible high the whole time. The little explosive in your neck, it gives off a certain amount of radiation. Feels good in my brain.
Coursing up your spinal column.
Yeah, and in my cock. Have you ever thought about Snake Plissken's cock?
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people have. You're a very sexy figure. Even in the Escape from LA movie when you were almost 50. I know you have to escape right now.
Yeah, I'm actually in an escape room.
You're doing this from an escape room? You're wasting valuable time.
No, it's fine. I always make it out. Trust me.
Thank you, Snake. Thank you for hanging out here. I know you got to escape.
Time to get out of this escape room.
Yeah, just blow the doors off. Bye, Snake. All right, thank you very much, Snake. Let's bring Travis back in and see if he knows these movies.
Oh, I do know all of them. I know all of them. This is great.
Nice. What you got?
It's Gangs in New York.
Yep.
Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
Yes.
Schenectady, New York.
Yes.
And New York Minute with the Olsen twins.
Yeah, nice.
I don't know anything about movies, but I remember being in Blockbuster.
Yes, so much of this show is written from me walking around Blockbuster and just like, yeah, oh, fuck that movie. I remember that. I didn't see it. All right, now how about LA? Can you do the LA ones?
Okay, so the first one it's Crocodile Dundee.
Yes.
But I don't know. Is it just Crocodile Dundee, Los Angeles?
In Los Angeles.
In Los Angeles.
That's where he is. He's in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles Confidential, LA Confidential.
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I just watched this movie, LA Story.
Yes.
And then
that's one of the tougher ones there. The last one.
Is it like Battle Los Angeles? Something
Dude,
like that?
Travis.
Yeah!
Yes.
John Cena,
Travis
baby.
Killed it, dude. And you did it in like no time. That's awesome. Amazing.
LA Story is such a good movie. I didn't really appreciate it until I lived here fully.
It's so like I have so many movies that are like I loved as a kid, which were like not meant for children at all. And one of them was LA Story. Because I think I always loved Steve Martin. Before we hit the halfway point of our game, let's do the lightning round. Lightning round is a quick way to rack up 4 points. I'm going to ask you one question that has 4 answers. You don't have to answer them all to get points. Any one of them that you answer, you will get right. You will get a point for it. But you do have to put these in order. Some lightning rounds order doesn't count. This one it does. So put number 1 and number 1, and so on. All right. So here it is. It's a visual based lightning round. It's called City of Scars. Name the movies featuring a bloodied and battered Ryan Gosling in L.A. All 4 of these movies have Ryan Gosling in Los Angeles with some kind. I think the last one, it's not his blood on him. I think it's someone else's blood, but he's still bloody. All right. So take a look at these and see if you can name all 4 of these.
I know 3 of them. I know 3 of them.
All right, I'm going to give a few more seconds and then I'll start the 15-second timer. Which are just by numbers? Which are the ones that you can do?
I know 1, 2, and 3. I don't know 4.
I think those are like the 4 is the stretch. I think
4 feels like it looks like a scene from Chinatown. The way it's angled, but obviously it's not Chinatown. Although I do think there's plenty of more movies about LA water politics, but everyone's afraid to touch it because of Chinatown.
I mean, the weird thing is there is a sequel to Chinatown, and there was going to be another sequel to Chinatown, and it turned into Who Framed Roger Rabbit. The story
That's
of
really funny.
Like the scam was in because it was Chinatown, the 2 Jakes, and then it was going to be that was planned to be the next one. Like it's a great scam in Who Framed Roger Rabbit that he buys up the public transit and then buys up the land to make the freeway.
That's so
all right.
Funny.
So what are the first 3 that you know?
Drive, Nice Guys, Blade Runner, whatever the year is.
Well, it's 2049, but if you just type Blade Runner, I'd give you the point. The last one is it's actually another collab with him and Emma Stone. It's a period piece, obviously. It's Gangster Squad. Gangster Squad. It's about cops in LA in like the late 40s or early 50s. And one of them, I'm gonna use a bunch of my old graphics tonight. One of them is Brolin. Brolin is he's in that one. All right, so that is your lightning round. Drive, Nice Guys, Blade Runner 2049, and Gangster Squad. So go ahead, check your scores, tally them up. Let me know in the chat if you've got any issues, if you think you should have gotten points, and I will do my best to correct it. So now comes the part that's always been this is our 99th show.
It's crazy. Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah.
The great one. The great one, Chris Nelson.
So over these 99 games, this has always been the most divisive round. It's the puzzle round. Although I do think this one is probably on the easier side, but I thought that last week and I was really fucking wrong and everybody told me so. So this one is called Hidden Cities. This is another one of these like sort of tangentially related, more inspired by the theme of the night than anything. So I'm going to give you 3 hints as to a character, an actor, director, or movie. The answer will have somewhere in it in order, NY or LA or both. Somewhere the person's name, their first name or their last name, the name of the movie, the name of the character. All right. So it's pretty straightforward. It's either got NY or LA. I'm not going to tell you which. It might be both. So here we go. Let's jump into our first one. This one is a character, and your 3 clues are Vegas, Thief, and 10 to 12 friends.
I like it. I like it.
All right. I've got Travis on board, at least.
I always like the puzzle rounds whenever I come out because I'm like bad at actual memorization of knowledge. The puzzle rounds allow me to participate.
I remember there was one that was like there was a mystery round once where it was you and I think Andrew and Megan Gailey. You guys were all on as a team. And it was like, I showed you like the Pelican brief, the net, and the theme was all NBA teams. And like, I remember everyone was, you guys were all I could see the wheels turning as you guys were figuring it out. And it was satisfying. All right. So you seem to know this one, Travis. So you want to throw it out there?
Danny Ocean.
Danny Ocean.
Yeah.
There it is. Danny, Danny, Danny Ocean. All right. Question number 2. I'm looking for an actor here. Hungarian, vampire, and your third clue is played by another actor with LA in their name. So I'm kind of giving away the clue that this is well, maybe not. It might be an NY. Might be an NY or an LA. But this is the actor we're looking for here. The first actor, not the actor who played the guy. But if you put the actor who played the guy, you know what? I'll take it too.
I'm lost. I hate the puzzle now.
Oh no, I lost Travis.
Yeah, the puzzle sucks.
He's turned on me. All right. So this actor was played by in a movie. He was played in Ed Wood by Martin Landau. The answer is Bela Lugosi. Bela Lugosi is your answer for this.
Whenever I hear that name, I think it's the name of the gymnastics instructor of the Atlanta 96 game. Like the guy who held Carrie Strug,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Bella Caroli.
Yeah, they're close. Yeah. It's so crazy.
Oh my God, it would be awesome if it was Bela Lugosi as a coaching a gymnastics Olympics team. All right, your third question is a movie title here. Oliver Stone, Al Pacino, football. Give you time to think about these. We won't have a hair trigger.
I don't know it. But I'm sure Roland Deli Betts or whatever fucking knows it if they're still playing.
Yes. Yeah, we got a very competitive season this year. We got a few teams that could make it into the top 3 for next week's finale. All right. So the answer here is Any Given Sunday. Any Given Sunday is the name.
Oliver Stone did that?
That's an Oliver Stone movie. Yeah, believe it or not. Like that. It's so out of his like usual wheelhouse.
I guess it makes sense because the coach at one point goes, 9/11 was an inside job.
Yeah, he just starts spouting. Al Pacino is like talking to his offensive coordinator, and they just start going into conspiracies about the JFK assassination.
We got to burn this down like Building 7.
All right, question number 4. We got another movie here. Your clues are freshwater, crocodile, Betty White. Freshwater, crocodile, Betty White.
Someone recently told me that they think that the movie that this is similar in tone to Cocaine Bear, and I don't know if I agree with that. Did you see
I haven't
Cocaine
seen
Bear?
Cocaine Bear, but from what I could glean from the trailers, were kind of what I like. My impression from the trailers was kind of borne out by the reviews that I read. You know, sometimes that happens. Like you haven't seen the movie, but it's like I kind of get the vibe of this.
I walked out of Cocaine Bear. It's not worth seeing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like this movie, which is Travis, if you want to say it,
Lake Placid, baby.
Yes, we got 2 LAs in.
Oh yeah, La La Land,
Lake Placid. I get the vibe from Cocaine Bear. I get a Snakes on a Plane feeling from Cocaine Bear, which is like we made this movie. Everybody thinks the title is fucking hilarious, so we're gonna try to market it as like a tongue-in-cheek schlocky movie, and then everyone's gonna be disappointed because that's not what the movie actually is.
And just to be clear, if Elizabeth Banks ever sees this, I love Cocaine Bear. I think
we all love Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. That's something you also have to do in LA is you can't insult a movie publicly. You have to remember that the people are around.
That's true. Question number 5. I'm looking for a director here, and your clues are zombies, superheroes, fast, slow. Fast, fast, slow. Like that. That's kind of the energy in this person's movies.
I don't know. I don't know, Chris, and that's just part of trivia. Sometimes you don't know.
That's how it goes sometimes. Some days you're the cocaine bear.
Sometimes you're the cocaine.
Yeah. All right, so this one, zombies. This guy's made a couple zombie movies. He was also in charge of the Justice League universe for a while, and then they gave him back an edit. Fast, fast, slow. We're looking for Zack Snyder. All right, your next one, we got directors. There's actually, it could be one of two answers here. Dad or daughter, both have Oscars and a family vineyard.
You know, I love wine. I've become a wine boy. This one comes.
I know.
You could have just said the bottom one,
yeah,
and I would have known it.
So you could say either the dad or the daughter. I think this one's going to probably be a social. I think this one's going to be a kind of a gimme. Have you had this person's wine, Travis?
Yes, it's good. It's actually surprisingly good, which is what everyone says for like a celebrity wine, but it's not like to die for, but it's good.
And
you know who has a great celebrity wine brand is Eric Wareheim. Eric Wareheim's wine is so good.
Really?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
I never would have guessed that. Are you still doing? Are you going to bring back the wine show?
No, I stopped doing it, but it was really fun while I was doing it. I missed it a little bit, but it was a lot of work.
It was. Trust me, I've done almost 100 of these, and I don't know why I'm still doing it, to be honest.
For rolling decky bets or whatever.
It's just a fucking compulsion at this point. All right, so your answer here, you could put Francis Ford, Francis Coppola, Sofia Coppola, either one of them. I think she's involved in the winery. Is that right? Isn't it like the whole family is somehow
I think the family owns it, but I honestly don't know.
I don't know. Whatever. That's for the purposes of this question. They're both involved in it, and we love it. We love
the winery.
Love Coppola. Love the pretend this is Coppola wine.
No, actually, Francis Ford Coppola. I hate his movie.
Great wine, shitty
Zack
movie.
Snyder, they're artists.
Yeah, there's no flash. There's no fast zombies jumping onto a helicopter. All right, question number 7. I'm looking for an actor here. Your clues are voices, Don Bellwether, and Marcel the Shell. Those are your 3 clues.
I know it. Wait, I just lost it. It like fell out of my.
Oh
yeah,
no!
I know.
Too much of that Coppola wine.
Too much of that cocaine bear.
Actually,
that Coppola cocaine.
That Coppola coke.
Sophia Coppola makes the cocaine.
She's in the back of the winery. She's in like the maintenance shed in the back. All right, so you know this one. You got it. You dropped it out of your head.
Jennifer Slate.
Yep, Jenny Slate. You got
I did, yeah.
And in LA in this one. It's a double. All right, and your final question of this round. We're ending on a character here, and your clues are: I drink your milkshake.
How am I blanking on the name of the character? It's like, oh fuck me. Oh, I know it. I know.
You got 10 seconds.
No, I give up. I love this movie. I should rewatch this movie. Although it's not an easy.
Very long time.
I feel like it's not a fun thing to sit down and watch a 3.5-hour movie like
no, and that's the reason I haven't seen it in so long.
I remember Daniel Plainview.
Yes, Daniel Plainview.
Yeah,
you got it. Nice work. Yes, Daniel Plainview has got that LA in there. All right. So, Travis, I know you're not officially playing, but how are you feeling as we head into our double points round here?
I got to be honest, I'm doing much better than I thought I would. I think the first round I did it, I had a hard time, but once I nailed all the posters, I'm like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah,
the puzzles are easier for me.
You pick up steam. You get a little bit of momentum going. All right, so it is time for our double points round. This one is called Bicoastal Franchises. So each one of these questions is going to have 2 answers. Either order for this one. You don't. Again, it's like the lightning round. You could just put you know one. You'll get the 1 point. Type it in either field. So this is all about movie franchise that at some point had a part of it in LA and part of it in New York.
Just scenes. It doesn't have to be like the title. It's just scenes of the movie took place.
Not the, right, exactly. Just
Okay.
like it's set, the setting for different and we'll have different. It's not gonna be all the titles of the movies. It's just gonna be you'll see as we get into it. All right. So here's our first question. This is in the Die Hard series. What are the first names of the Gruber brothers who squared off against John McClane in LA and New York City? What are their first names? The
Die Hard's one of those movies where I say I don't see it, and I've never seen it, and people get really angry, and it makes me not ever want to see it.
You dig in further.
Yeah. Like, and especially the Christmas movie debate, I'm like, I don't want to have any opinion of this. I hate
don't want
all
to be
of
part
you.
of that discourse. I can't believe people are still doing that. Like every year. It's like a very 2011 debate.
Yes,
to even have.
It's Hillary 2016 at the latest.
Yeah, you gotta tap out of this, man. This is academic at this point. Sorry. All right, so your answers here. I won't ask you, Travis, since you've never seen it. There's Hans Gruber and Simon Gruber, and this one was kind of telegraphed. I've shown some of the old graphics in tonight's show, but it's time for this season's graphics. It's pumping irons. We're pumping irons because Simon Gruber in Die Hard 3 played by there he is right on the top. He's on the top of the pyramid there. In his look at that little tank top that he's got on. I've always found that to be an interesting choice for your movie villain. That that little athleisure tank top that he's got on. All right, question number 2. We're talking about the Planet of the Apes original series. These 2 married apes, played by Roddy McDowall and Kim Hunter, live above the ruins of New York City, and later they escaped from the Planet of the Apes to 1970s Los Angeles. They go through a time portal. It makes no sense. But what are these 2 characters? Looking for 2 characters. The 2 apes played by Roddy McDowall and Kim Hunter. And yes, I've asked Planet of the Apes has come up a few times this season. A few series keep coming up for some reason. It's not even that I'm that obsessed with them. Like Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious is going to come up in this round, and it came up last week. But when a series is out for there's so many installments.
Yeah.
And I have an idea for a round. I'm just like, this fits because they've done so much shit. Do you know Planet of the Apes, Travis?
I don't. Something as specific. Oh, I do. I knew Cornelius and Zira.
So you don't have to get both. Cornelius or Zero would get you 1 point. All right, here comes question number 3. Fast and Furious. See, I wasn't lying. Here it is again. Dom and the family have faced villains Deckard Shaw, played by this actor in Los Angeles, and Cypher, played by this actress in New York City. So I'm looking for an actor and an actress on this one. They played Deckard Shaw and Cypher. The vast majority of Fast and Furious is in LA, but they did go to New York briefly.
Cypher. And they're a villain?
Yeah. I think I actually don't know. I've only seen up to 6.5 of them I've seen of the Fast and Furious movies. I haven't but I think it's one of those series where the villains all become their friends as the movies go on.
Right. I think that's why I know the first one. But
yeah,
Cypher.
Cypher, apparently. I had to
The first one's The Rock.
No, actually, it's not. He's Hobbs. He's Hobbs. The Rock is Hobbs.
And Shaw is Statham or whatever his
name is?
Statham,
yeah. It's Statham. And the other one is Charlize. Charlize is the villain in Fate of the Furious, which has a Manhattan scene.
Charlize Theron famously dated Stephen Jenkins from Third Eye Blind at the prime of Third Eye Blind's career and broke up with him because he wouldn't marry her. That's a little trivia.
Oh my, Stephen, what are you doing?
She really wanted to marry the guy from Third Eye Blind.
and he said no.
He said no.
To Charlize.
I see what's going to happen here.
I don't want it. All right. Our next question is about the Purge series. The first part, this actor rides out the murderous chaos with his family in their LA home in the first film. So the first part is an actor's name. And a later prequel reveals that the first Purge was held in this New York City borough. So I am looking for an actor and a New York City borough. So for one of them, you got a 1 in 5 shot. For the other, you've got kind of an infinite shot if you don't know it, because there are many people are actors.
The sixth borough, Fort Lauderdale. Or no, what is it? Oh, Boca Raton.
Boca Raton.
I never saw the Purge movie. This is hard for me. I really don't know many of these. I mean, I can guess based on narrative. There's two that I think make sense narratively, having not seen it, that I could guess what the borough
of the boroughs. Do you know the first one? I mean, I feel like
I haven't seen any of them.
The first one. All right, so I will. The first one is the actor is Ethan Hawke.
Oh, he's in this.
Yeah, he's in the first movie. They're it's like an anthology. Each movie is like a different story. I think one movie carries over. I've only seen the first one and the last one I think I saw. But what would be your guess for the borough?
So it's either, I was gonna say the Bronx because it felt like the politicians are like fucking with the Bronx, but it's the movies love Brooklyn, so it's gonna be Brooklyn.
Believe it or not, it's Staten Island. It's Staten Island. Staten Island. It's besides Pete Davidson, it's their biggest claim to fame as being the home of the
king
Purge.
of Staten Island.
Yeah, Ethan Hawke and Staten Island are your answers. An interesting mix. All right, question number 5 is about the Muppets series. Your part 1, Kermit, Miss Piggy, and friends try to make it on Broadway in this 1984 film. And your second part, this new Muppet fanboy character helps the gang restore their Hollywood theater in the 2011 reboot. So I'm looking for the name of a movie. Looking for a movie for the first part, and looking for a character name for the second part. I'm talking about the 2011 movie with Jason Segel. What's the name of the new Muppet character? He's like the lead.
Yeah, he's got. I know. I can picture him. He's like a little twerp. And
they've kept him around actually.
Really?
Yeah, he's like there's been various new Muppet things on Disney Plus, and this character is like they kept him around. He was in the Muppets Most Wanted. He was in the sequel to the 2011 movie, and yeah, he's just kind of part of it, even though he's kind of a nothing.
Yeah, he's nothing. Fine,
but
each puppet costs $20 million to make, so you got to find as
many. You gotta make it worthwhile.
Can I guess these? I don't know the answer, but I'm gonna guess both.
Go.
First one is Muppets Take Manhattan.
That is right.
And the second one is like Simon or some shit like that.
I would give you the point based on how bland it's Walter.
Walter. Yeah.
Walter.
It's just
I'll try to show a picture of Walter when I edit this. I'll bring up a picture of Walter. He
looks like that guy in the Mario video games that's in the clouds throwing things. That's what Walter looks like to me.
Well, in the Muppets, like they have that fantasy sequence where like Segel has like a Muppet version of it during Man or Muppet, the song that won the Oscar. And like there's a Segel Muppet, and then there's a human Walter, and it's Jim Parsons, which is like pretty good casting for a nondescript puppet man. All right, question number 6 is about the MCU. Looking for villain names on both of these. Part 1, Tony Stark battled this villain on the West Coast in the first Iron Man solo movie. And the second part, he later helped thwart this villain / anti-hero's alien invasion of Manhattan in the Avengers. So who are these two that Tony Stark fought on both coasts.
Okay, so he is Tony Stark in the second one.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, the syntax is a little confusing there. Yes, Iron Man later helped thwart this villain / anti-hero. So I'm looking for two. The villain of part 1 is not the he. The pronoun does not link to that. The pronoun links to Tony Stark. Thank you for the clarification, Travis.
Who was the villain in the first Iron Man? Fuck.
I know that's what makes this one. That's what makes this one tough. I tried it with the double points round. I try to go like one kind of low hanging fruit, one that you got to earn.
I mean, I think the villain of all the Iron Man movies is capitalism, don't you?
Oh, absolutely. The military-industrial complex for sure, 100%. All right, so you probably know the second one though, right? You know
Thanos, right?
Well, it's. I mean, I would probably take it, but I'm looking for Loki specifically.
Ironmonger.
Ironmonger.
What the fuck?
It's fucking Jeff Bridges with a bald cap and the big beard. Do you remember? And then he crams his ass into like a giant Iron Man suit at the end.
They did not think Iron Man would be as successful as it was.
No, they did not. They were shocked. They did not think they were going to
like this shit. All right, this is all movies are for 25 years.
Yeah, even movies that should not be like this at all. This is what they're going to be. All right, question number 7 is about the Scream franchise. And I'm just looking for numbers here. You could type Scream blank and Scream blank, or you can just type numbers. The only 2 installments not set in the small fictional town of Woodsboro, shifting the kills to Hollywood and New York City, respectively.
One of these?
Just give me the numbers. If you know how many Screams there are, then you can kind of maybe figure it out.
I loved Scream as a kid.
Me too. I have not seen the new one yet, although I think it's on Paramount today or yesterday. So although I did read the spoilers, so because I was just like I was like, I'm not going to see it in the theater, but I'm curious to see who the killer is.
Me and Darren Miller once at one of those Creek shows, like the bit shows, went and saw Scream 4 in theaters, like in the afternoon, the day it came out, and for the bit show, read out loud every twist that happens in the movie. People were so angry, and rightly so.
Yeah, but it's a good bit though. All right, so you said, Travis, you knew one of these.
And the New York one is the most recent one, which
that's
is
the
like
new one.
Scream 6. Yeah.
Yep, Scream 6. Do you remember which one they all go
Let's
to
say
Hollywood?
4. Let's say 4.
You're one off. It's 3. It's Scream 3 and Scream 6. The 3 is the one where it started to get like completely weighed down by like the meta stuff, and there's like a movie of the movie.
Right.
It started to lose me after a while. That's why I like the semi reboot one, the Scream 5. I thought it kind of stripped it back down because I like Scream 1 and 2 a lot. And our final question of your double points round. The franchises Escape from New York and LA. Who are these 2 actors who played U.S. presidents foolish enough to think that they can control Snake Plissken? And we've got, oh my God, oh my God, Snake is back. He's a the show again. You must be so angry. I was hoping you would be gone by now, Snake, so you wouldn't have to see these men who...
I got stuck inside the escape room.
Get out of the escape room?
I finally met my match at Bongo's escape zone in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And now I'm tortured. You're showing me these men.
I'm so sorry. Well, I hope you all right. You should forget it. The actors here are Donald Pleasance and Cliff Robertson. Cliff Robertson, who went on to play Uncle Ben in the Spider-Man trilogy. All right,
nothing pleasant about that.
Nothing pleasant about that. All right, so thank you so much, Snake. Please go get Cobra and find your way out of Bongos. All right. All right, and that is the end of round number. That is the end of your double points round. Let's go take a look at your leaderboard. Check in with your scores. See how you're doing as we head into our final little short round of the night. Not short round from Temple of Doom, but it's a short round. It's our post-credits blitz. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you 3 rapid-fire questions that each of them have 2 correct answers. Each of those correct answers is worth 1 point, but there's also a decoy answer in there. And if you pick that decoy answer, you don't get any points. So it could be a gamble. So if you know one, you don't want to risk it. You can just pick that one, hit submit, bank your 1 point, and don't worry about it.
The team that's in second place right now, and I'm looking at you, you got to go for it.
You got to go for it.
You have to risk it.
You got to go all in. You got to go all in. Absolutely. All right. So, and these are going to harken back to old, to previous rounds in some way, shape, or form. All right. Question number 1. Which pair of 90s cult comedies feature Anthony LaPaglia, an actor whose name has an NY and LA back to back? He's got an NY and an LA. Which 2 of these movies have Anthony LaPaglia in them?
Days of Confused is my favorite movie. I think
thinking.
I mean, I've never heard this name before in my life.
You'll I'll show a picture of him.
I think I can guess what he looks like.
Yeah, once you hear the movies, you might know. What would be your guess?
Days of Confused and Empire Records.
No, he's in So I Married an Axe Murderer and Empire Records. He's like the manager, the store manager in Empire Records. It's that guy, and he plays Mike Myers' friend.
I was thinking of the guy in Days of Confused with the bushy eyebrows. Do you know what I'm talking
about? That's I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
I'm blanking on his name. We love that guy. He's
great. Oh,
he's great. I can't think of his name. Don't
love
know.
To work with him.
Dazed and Confused 2. Your second question of tonight's post-credits blitz: in addition to Crocodile Dundee's adventures in New York and LA, he was a bi-coastal character. Actor Paul Hogan's career has included stints as the spokesperson for what 2 companies? And your options are Qantas Airlines, Foster's Lager, and Subaru. Which 2 of these did Paul Hogan become a spokesperson for?
Can it be all 3? I'm fairly confident Subaru is one of them.
Yes, Subaru he was like the Subaru spokesperson. I think strictly based on the fact that their most popular model is the Outback.
Yeah.
He did Foster's Lager commercials in the 80s, and he did Subaru commercials in the late 90s and early 2000s. And your final question of tonight's game, got an NBA question. What 2 NBA players have played for the Brooklyn Nets and also have their sole acting credit in a movie starring Adam Sandler? So there's 2 guys on here who at some point in their career have played for Brooklyn, and they have only have one actual speaking role, and it's in a movie with Adam Sandler.
I know one of them, and I feel like I'm not.
Yeah, one of them's a gimme. One of them's a gimme, and then the other one is do you want to risk it or not?
Yeah. I used to do this with Mark on This Is Wine. I'm gonna say that you don't know enough about sports so I think it's Kevin Garnett and Seth Curry.
It is Kevin Garnett and Seth Curry.
Because you would go Kyrie Irving is on the Nets, and that's a good thing. Okay, good. I got it.
And he seems like I was going by like Kyrie seems like and oh my God, he's got one movie to his name, and it's like helped thwart Plissken.
Yeah. I used to do this with Mark on This Is Wine. I'm gonna say that you don't know enough about sports so I think it's Kevin Garnett and Seth Curry.
It It is
Yes.
Kevin Garnett and Seth
Because
Curry.
you would go Kyrie Irving is on the Nets, and that's a good thing. Okay, good. I got
And
it
he
right.
seems like I was going by like Kyrie seems like and oh my god, he's got one movie to his name, and it's like
I was thinking of the guy.
one of them's a gimme. One of them's way. If you're if
thing. Okay, good. I got
and
it
he
right.
seems like I was going by like Kyrie seems like and oh my god, he's got one movie to his name, and it's like Uncle Drew.
Yes,
It's
Uncle
like,
Drew. He plays the old man who schools people on the basketball court.
yes,
It's
it's
based
like
on
based on ads, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that is your game, but yeah, Seth Curry's in Hustle, by the way, if you're curious.
Was that movie good?
I haven't seen Hustle. I've heard it's very good though. Would love to work with Seth Curry. Would love to work with. I don't want to work with Kyrie though because he's not vaccinated. But Travis, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
It's always a joy to be here, Chris. I am always scared when I start, and I've had such a good time by the end.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Travis. Travis, do you have anything you want to plug?
Not really. I have a podcast, but it's about a LA specific soccer team. So the chance that there's a crossover in the audience, if you happen to like the Los Angeles Football Club, an MLS team, you're welcome to listen to my podcast, Happy Foot, Sad Foot, which is named after a famous sign in LA in front of a podiatrist's office that was torn down 3 years ago. But it was a happy foot and a sad foot that just spun, and it's like a repulsive. And the sad foot is in crutches. All of that is to say, no, I don't have anything to plug. Go Knicks.
Okay, fair enough.
Go Knicks.
Fair enough. All right. Well, thank you, Travis. Listen to Travis's podcast, or don't.
Also, everyone thank Chris right now in the comments. He works so hard at this all the time. He does such a good job, and I have such a good time being here. And I can't imagine how much fun you're having at home. So just make sure you're thanking Chris and you're sending him some money as well. Figure out his cash app.
Yes, the show is donation based. It's free to play, but I do greatly appreciate tips. So thank you, Travis, for that, for being here, and for sticking up for me.
These people are brutal to you. They're always like, he's too ugly, he's too old, and I'm like, no, he's just really hardworking.
Yeah, I'm just haggard trying to write good trivia content for you at home. All right, so thank you, Travis, and thank you to everybody at home. No matter what you say about me, I still love you. So come back next week. It's gonna be the season finale. It's gonna be the 100th game. It's gonna be live. Gonna have some exciting guests come on. It's gonna be an insane time, hopefully, and we're gonna have fun together. So stay safe, watch the movies, and I'll see you back here next week for the season finale 100th game extravaganza. McClunky.